Hello friends, myself Mr. Rahul Chakule. Today we are looking the method ICR, that is instantaneous center of rotation. It is again a graphical method, and in the syllabus it is given in unit number 5th. So the unit number 5th is having the two methods that we have seen. One is the relative velocity and acceleration method, and another is ICR. So after taking some problems on velocity and acceleration method for a simple mechanism, now we are looking the second method is ICR. Uh, Before going to see the problems of ICR, I would like to say some features of instantaneous center, that is the properties of the instantaneous center. Each configuration of the link has only one instantaneous center and it changes with alteration of mechanism. So as per the mechanism, if you change the position of mechanism, then the IC will change. So for each configuration of mechanism, you will get a different types of IC. The second thing is that the IC for slider is lies at infinity, because when the motion of the slider is a straight line motion, it means the radius of curvature is infinity, and in such case the instantaneous center lies at infinity for slider. The third properties of the instantaneous center is that it is instantaneous center is a point about which one body rotates with relative to the another body. So it is always notation is like I1 to I2 3 like that. So the instantaneous center of one with respect to second. So accordingly you have to do the notation for IC. The fourth line point is that you can easily calculate the angular velocity as well as the linear velocity of a link with the help of this IC method, ICR method. And the fifth one is that the instantaneous center is zero velocity point. Okay, so velocity of instantaneous center is zero. And the last one, sixth number, is that the IC may lies inside the body or it may be outside the body. So by keeping all these features of the instantaneous center, uh, we will see problem again. Before going to see the actual problem by the ICR method, mm, I would like to say the types of IC. Mainly there are three types of IC. One is fixed instantaneous center, second one is permanent, and the third one is neither fixed nor permanent IC. So fixed IC means it is formed by the fixed. Okay, that is this IC, that is fixed IC, is easily located by observation only. Okay, then permanent IC, it is also located by observation, and the third one is the neither fixed nor permanent IC. You have to take the help of Kennedy's theorem to locate such neither fixed nor permanent IC. Okay, so these are the three types of IC. Then how to determine the number of IC for a given problem? We have one formula, that is capital N is equal to small n bracket n minus 1 divided by 2, where the small n is equal to number of links. An example, if the mechanism having the number of links are 4, then you can keep the value of small n in the formula, then you will get the total number of IC as 6. So out of these 6 IC, some IC may be fixed nature, some IC may be permanent, and some IC may be neither fixed nor permanent category. So all these things we will see at the time of taking the problem. uh, Now what is the process and how to solve the problems and how to apply these particular features, or we can say the steps, we will discuss by taking one simple example of 4 bar mechanism. So let us see the problem of 4 bar mechanism, where I am using the method of IC, that is instantaneous center of rotation. Um, Again, this problem you have to solve on the drawing sheet. Okay, and I will say to prefer the middle location of the drawing sheet, because you don't know which IC lies at where. So it is better to draw the mechanism at the middle location of your drawing sheet. So let us see the problem. This is the first problem based on ICR method. The 4 bar mechanism shown in figure, the different length of the links are given. AB 20 centimeter, BC 30 centimeter, CD 32 centimeter, length of link AD 60 centimeter, and the RPM value of crank AB is given 300 RPM, and the direction of crank is given anti-clockwise. Okay, and the position of the crank is given 60° from IDC. Okay, from that informations, what are the unknown? The unknown is to locate all the IC, and to find the angular velocity of link BC. Okay, so keep in mind this ICR method is only applicable to determine the angular velocity as well as linear velocity of the link. Okay, so we can't determine the acceleration of the link by using this ICR method. So that's the limitations of the ICR method. Now how to solve the such problem? Let us see step number 1. First of all, you draw the configuration diagram using the scale. So again, as we have discussed in the relative velocity and acceleration method, you have to keep in mind the different length of the links, and accordingly you choose the minimum and the maximum length, and accordingly you take the scale for configuration diagram. So when you draw the same sketch, same mechanism with the help of scale, I will call it as configuration or space diagram. So here I am taking the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 10 centimeter. Then after making the configuration diagram, you have to calculate the angular velocity of crank AB, because the crank is having RPM value is given, okay, 300 RPM, and so you can easily calculate the angular velocity. We can say the velocity of the, not angular, but it is the velocity of uh, angular velocity. It is the angular velocity, that is omega is equal to 2 pi n divided by 60. So you can easily determine the omega because RPM is given. So omega of crank is coming 31.41 rad per second. So after this, the step number 3 is you have to calculate the number of IC in the mechanism. So here by using the formula of n minus 1 divided by 2, where small n is equal to number of links in a given mechanism. This problem is based on 4 bar mechanism, so the total number of links are 4. So I am keeping the value of small n as 4 if it comes as 6. So you have to locate the 6 IC. Okay, because in the questions it is mentioned that you locate all the IC. Okay, so you have to locate all the 6 IC. Okay, and then you have to find the angular velocity of link BC. So the next step is you have to plot, you have to draw, you have to summarize the this particular table, where links are mentioned here vertically 1 2 3 4, and horizontally ICR. So IC 1 2, so you keep suffix 1 is the name of row. So I 1 2, then you the second suffix you have to hike. So here 2, then 3, then 4. Okay, so in the second row you take the example, first suffix is the row, that is a link number 2, so I have fixed the first suffix 2, and then onwards 3. Okay, and in the next second column the first suffix, that is a row number 2, 2 is fixed 1, and after the 3 it comes a 4, so I24. Then for link number 3, suffix first, that is a link number 3, I have keep 3, and then after the 3 it comes a 4, so I have written the second suffix as 4, so IC becomes a I34, that is a instantaneous center 3 4. Okay, so in this way you have to write down the number of IC in the given mechanism. Then you draw. Now whatever the IC is possible to locate easily by observation, that is a fixed IC and permanent IC, you make by this circle. Okay, so I want to in the mechanism A and D is a fixed one, so because of this A and because of D, the ICs are formed. So here fix link number 1 as fix 1, crank 2, then BC as a link number 3, and link CD as link number 4. So by this link 1 and 2 ICs are formed, I have given I12. By link number 2 and 3 IC is formed, I have mentioned here I23. Similarly 3 and 4 link IC 3 and 4, that is as a corner joint at the intersection point, the ICs are formed. And link number 4 and 1, I have mentioned the IC14 at the D location. Okay, so by fixed IC, which are the fixed IC? And the IC which are formed by the A and D, that is I14, I12, and I14 is the fixed IC. So I have make a circle. Okay, then IC 2 and 3 and 3 and 4, it is permanent nature. Okay, again I make a circle. But IC13 and I24 is unknown. So this remaining two IC, that is IC13 and IC24, it is possible to determine that IC with the help of Kennedy's theorem. Okay, so for that you have to draw a small circle. Then you write down the number of IC in that on that circle, that is 1 2 3 4. Then you connect this 1 2 2 3 3 4 and 1 4, as it is the dark line, or it is the we are putting the circle means it's a dark line means the IC, you know. So I have joined this 1 2 by dark line, 2 3 dark line, 3 4 dark line, and 1 4 by the dark line on the circle diagram. Now the next one is 1 3. So by 1 3 again two triangles are formed. 1 2 3. So again I and this half triangle is made by the two IC, so IC1 2, IC2 3, and IC1 4, and IC3 4. So you take IC1 2, IC1 2, you and IC2 3 this line, and IC1 4, IC14 and IC34. So you draw the line from this two IC, and you draw the lines from again the two IC, and this intersecting the intersection or this line of action of this 4 IC is intersecting at one location. I have given the name of that IC13. In the same way you join 2 and 4, and by joining the dotted lines by 2 and 4, the two again the two triangles are formed, and because of the two triangles the 4 ICs are formed. So half of the triangle on left side the 2 IC, and another half of the triangle on the right side the 2 ICs are formed. So here I24, that is I23, I34, and again I24, it is I12 and I14. So if you take this particular IC and if you draw the line through that IC, then you will get the intersection I24. In this way you have to connect, you have to locate all the 6 IC, and accordingly what is the unknown? Omega 3, that is angular velocity of link BC. We have angular velocity ratio theorem, and by which omega x upon omega y is equal to I1 y xy upon I1 x and IXY. So accordingly, you keep the value of x and y, you will get omega 3